Hey y'all, what's up? All right, so I I'm really like upset about the people that are falling into the bullshit lies of the coronavirus drama that the globalists are trying to create so they can enforce martial law, because quarantine and all these measures that they're going to enforce because people are buying into the media hype, they can create martial law, they can crash the economy. Those of you guys who are like, looking over your shoulder for, Democrats in every nook and cranny, that want to stop Trump. This is how they're trying to do it. I don't know why, I have people that are conservatives on this channel that are all offended when I tell them those fucking stupid paper masks don't work, because they don't. Oh my God, I think I have the coronavirus. Maybe a paper mask might save me. Like, get out of here. Come on. Like, for real. If you're breathing in air through the mask, if you can breathe through the mask, then you can breathe in viruses. What a concept. It's common sense, even though, somebody got all mad and they're like, I used to have respect for you. And yeah, I'm not gonna fucking talk about like Democrats and shit all the time. So get over yourself. On the fuck subscribe. It only gets worse from here, okay? I even left a couple of links from mainstream articles, okay? Not any conspiracy articles, just talking about the paper masks and why they don't work. So, you can look it up if you choose to. If you want to believe that makes you safer, because maybe for your own psychology, that's what you need to believe, because you're afraid of this boogeyman virus that they're creating. And I'm saying that they're creating it because there's so many different theories as to why people are getting sick. I don't know the right one. I'm not saying that I know everything. All I'm saying is I see the bullshit. Like, when I asked that guy, I'm like, how are you testing for the virus? He's like, oh, if you have like a cough and a fever. I'm like, isn't that like the flu? Can't that be anything else? I don't get like how that like equates to coronavirus. So then I guess you have to, he said a cough and a fever, and if you've been to any of the states that where they've had cases. Now, if you look at the cases where they've documented cases, it's like people that have been in old folks' homes that have died, or people that were already sick, or people that were really old. You got to look at stuff like, why aren't children contracting the virus? It's really odd, right? These people, they don't tell you that. There's just like 9 deaths, right? But if you go into the details of the story, you guys need to go into the details of the stories that they tell you, and not just like lose your blood pressure over the headlines, because there's always more to the story. So if there's no definitive test, and they're not testing, they're not even testing in some cases. It's a very subjective test. It's very subjective. Like, I can just be like, oh, your eyes are watering and you're sneezing. Can't be allergies. You must have the coronavirus. Now, people are just freaking out over every little sniffle and sneeze and cough and shit. It's getting crazy, y'all. It's getting crazy. And I'm just like, they're just playing off of people's ignorance. And I'm not saying people are stupid. I don't think people are stupid, but they're just ignorant, but when they're scared, like, their intelligence just goes out of the window, and they're easy to manipulate. So I guess me, though, maybe I'm being manipulated too, because I'm just really pissed off and watching this go down and see how it's just bullshit. I can't take the hype seriously, but I'm taking the hysteria that people are, the way people are reacting to the hype seriously, I guess, right? I don't know. I'm like, do I have enough toilet paper? I don't think I do. I'm mad because if I run out of toilet paper and I'm just, on my regularly buying toilet paper schedule, and I go to the store and it's all out because people believe it's the end of the world and they need toilet paper, I'm gonna be pissed. So, I have a few supplies, but, are they gonna put up roadblocks to screen people? It's getting crazy. And then in China, they were quarantining people for the littlest things, and people didn't want to be quarantined. And then, there are reports out of China, there's a guy named Andrew Soule, I think I talked about him yesterday, and he said he's in touch with somebody from Wuhan. And the Journal of Orthomolecular Medicine put this out, that people that are contracting the coronavirus are being recovered with high doses of intravenous vitamin C. So a medical journal actually put this out, and it's not like, and a lot of these people, most of the people that have cases, they've recovered, and then they're like 90,000 cases all over the world out of 9 billion people is still a very, very small number. And it used to be that the Department of Defense and Department of Health would say that it usually, for an epidemic to be declared, it have to be 200,000 people. But now it's like, I don't know, 15. It's just, I can't, I hope I can laugh at this later. I see what happened with Zika and with SARS and with the measles outbreak. And with the measles outbreak, they got caught faking measles pictures. So if there was really, and I talked to all my friends in New York, they didn't know anybody in New York that had the measles. Or that was, like a large amount of people. I'm sure there were some people that probably did, but not like a large amount. Like people weren't like dying in the streets of measles, okay? And so if you think that, a few months ago when they had this horrific measles outbreak, that, and so many people had the measles, why would they, you would think that they wouldn't have to fake pictures, that they can actually find real people with the measles. Yeah, you should check that out. So they had this picture of a doctor holding a baby without gloves that had the measles, and somebody found that same picture on a stock photo website without the measles bumps on it. And then you could see that they actually drew in the measles dots on the baby. And then you also look at the picture and you're like, why is the doctor holding a picture of, why is the doctor holding a baby without gloves on that has the measles if it's so contagious? I just can't, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just the amount of laziness and, I think it's more like the amount of laziness that's really getting on my nerves. Don't let this fear steer you into insanity. Even though today, I don't know, I'm just not having a good day. I feel like my anger might drive me into insanity, because I just feel like today, with that situation with the nurse, I was at my wit's end. And then he was asking me where I worked, and I'm like, is he gonna try and get me in trouble because I asked some questions? I think I should be allowed to ask questions. I didn't curse at him, I didn't raise my voice, I didn't threaten him, I didn't even talk to him in front of other patients. I just pointed out the fact that maybe if you're gonna claim coronavirus, you should actually have a definitive test to do so. Otherwise, I just think it's being blown way out of proportion, and I still think that, I don't know, y'all. I have to vent. I'm making these videos to vent because I'm like I said, I'm more worried about the reactions. I know that there are a lot of people in the health freedom movement that are really doing a good job in trying to get people to think calmly and clearly, and and take their fears away. I did that first video just so people know what to do, how to fortify their immune system, because if it happens to be like a virus, you can do certain things to fortify your immune system. Whether you believe in vaccines or not, there's not a vaccine for it, so there's nothing you can really do as a preventative to prevent you from getting it. As far as they're concerned, because according to the mainstream medical model, the only thing that you can do to protect yourself is, get vaccinated. According to their own philosophy, there's nothing you can do. I think there are things you can do. Vitamin C, silver hydrosol, selenium, drink lots of water, no sugar. I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice, but that's what I would do. That's what I'm doing, okay? And people might get sick. It is the winter time where people get sick, You know, where people are detoxing and getting sick, and because it's, you know, cold, and the areas, well, in Texas the weather's really wonky, but you know, allergens are around, so you can't like expect to get through your life without getting sick. But just because you get sick or have a cough or a sniffle, you know, doesn't mean that you have the coronavirus, okay? Just doesn't mean that. So, you know, and then they're saying, oh, if you want to protect yourself from the coronavirus, then get the flu shot. But every time I got the flu shot, I always got the flu, so I stopped taking the flu shot. You know, and I bet you there's probably going to be somebody in the comment section, well, you know, at least the flu's better than the coronavirus. Please unfuck subscribe, please. I don't need this. I don't need your energy of ignorance around me. It's gonna give me the coronavirus. I just can't. But yeah, you know, look at all the anomalies in the story. Look at the amount of people that they're saying contracted. Look at the cases of recovery. The cases of people that are getting it and recovering are, you know, more than that are dying. But it's like, my friend was like, oh, like there's a scientist that says they have this medical model and they're going to be able to like determine how many people are going to die. I mean, they can't really do that since everybody's immune system is unique and the circumstances are unique and their environment is unique. They can't really determine that. It's just a bunch of BS. And I'm not like making fun of my friend. He might be watching the video. I'm just saying, I told him this already though. I think they're just trying to create hysteria, right? And another person in the comment, you know, section mentioned that the people that are claiming coronavirus cases are all sanctuary states, you know, so they can get money. Follow the money. What's gonna really this $8 billion that they just put forward to protect from, where's that gonna go? Who's gonna get it? Is it the pharmaceutical industry? Is it the lawmakers that we already know are corrupt? Please, like conservatives that are on this site that are like, you know, coming to this page and like all offended and shit, please use your brain, please, today. Not tomorrow, today, okay? Today, use your brain, okay? Where's this money going to? Think about what happened with Zika and SARS and all this stuff and how they created a panic, and now it's like, you know, I mean, honestly, you want the truth? I believe if it was like a big virus and stuff going around, nobody would, like, it'd just happen. Like, there won't be any preparation. You'll just see people dropping dead. There's nothing you can do. So I'm not even, you know, I just have to handle myself the best way that I can. You know, people should always be washing their hands and practicing sanitation. I don't know what's up with the people that now, like, they've never washed their hands and now they decide it's the time. Okay, I guess you should be doing that every day anyway. You should be clean and sanitary every day. But I guess, you know, whatever. What are the other anomalies? Please, people in the comment section, help me with this. The other anomalies are what? You know, it was, I talked about the whole thing. I actually reached out to John Rappaport, and he's been doing a really good job. He's a OG, like, amazing reporter. He's been doing a really good job covering the coronavirus. And I'm just like, I just need to have him on. And to talk about it, because he also has studied other outbreaks. He's older, so he remembers like the swine flu epidemic. Oh, I don't think I talked about that one. You know, look at past epidemics and how they like created hysteria and like nothing happened. So for those of you who don't know, 1976 swine flu epidemic. I think I put a link in the last video that I did in the description where I said doctors kill more people than the coronavirus, and it's true. So but it was 1976. Picture it, America, 1976, and it was like they were hyping, saying that this flu was coming. It's gonna be crazy. Like people are gonna die. You better get this. And it was like two military men had this flu and they died. It was just like 2 people, okay? And they're like, you better get this vaccine. And lots of people were like scared out of their minds, and they got this vaccine. And actually, people died from the vaccine, became paralyzed. It was like a huge scandal. And that was the time where you could sue the pharmaceutical industry, okay? Also, vaccine A, most of the people that got Gulf War syndrome, right, weren't even deployed to the Middle East. And it was linked back to the vaccine. And there was a reporter named Gary Matsumoto. He actually wrote a book on it called Vaccine A. You can probably find the book. You used to be able, he actually did like a documentary, and you used to be able to find it on YouTube, but they took it down. So you can't find it anymore. If somebody else has a link to that, please give it to me. I've been looking for this for like a few years. If you can, please, I would love you forever. Put it on, I'll read the comment section for a few minutes, but I won't, I'm not always checking in because I make a lot of videos, but I will check the Facebook messages, or you can send it to info@truthertalk.com. I'm really looking for that documentary, that expose that he did on that. But yeah, so basically, you have all this hysteria, 1955 Cutter incident, right?